Welcome, welcome all to week 12. It is week 12 of the video, and we are starting to, I don't know, are we really starting to get a playoff picture? Um, I would say no. Um, Two people have clinched playoff spots. Congratulations, Meredith, and congratulations, JB. One step closer to getting the six, to getting the Mind Stone on in my Infinity Gauntlet of Championships. Uh, and then condolences to Kara, who is officially out of contention for the playoffs. So now you're really just focusing on trying to do whatever it takes to get out of that, out of the dumper bowl and into a first round bye. Uh, the interesting thing here is that two teams that are 5 and 6 currently are in the playoffs. So, with the extra game, now we're looking at the possibility of having a team 5 and 9 make the playoffs. So, cool. I'm glad about that. Like the Rams uh, from a couple years ago, and the Seahawks. Man, oh man. Um, so uh, would like to try to do some playoff stuff. But first, let's just take a quick look at what happened here in Week 11. So there we are. That is how this week has played out. Um, the new standings where everybody's at. But this is what we're all truly here for. I know. If I looked and I saw I had 5 views, all I really know is that we're all fast forwarding to this point in time to see Jonathan's segment, to see who he's going to ridicule, torment, and destroy the morale for this week. Um, well, let's waste no more time. Jonathan, take it away, bud.
Kyle, you should have played Baker. What were you thinking? Kyle, we're playing it 2 in a row.
Thank you, Jonathan, for your insight on what people have done wrong. Congratulations, Eric. You didn't make the video, even leaving 45 points on your bench. So thumbs up to you. But now, let's give it up to our special guest this week. Here it is, Steve Kornecki. Take it away with your playoff analysis. Thanks, JB. I'm back with you again to talk playoffs with you. We're only going to talk the playoff chances to get into the playoffs, not the loser brackets or anything. So let's start with JB. He's the first seed. He's 9-2. Look at this. 12, 13, 14. He's got Meredith, Bob, and Kyle. 9-2, 7-4, 9-5. That is a tough matchups. But ready for this, folks? Watch this. 100% chance to make the playoffs. 99.8% for that first round bye. So, what can it say? JB going to be in the semifinal matchups come playoff mania time. All right, now we go into Meredith, who is the 2 seed. She's 9-2. Week 12, she's got JB again. We knew about that. Week 13, Kara. Nice little matchup there. And week 14, Sam J. So, playoffs, boom. 100%. No doubt about it. First round bye, though, 91.6% for that first round bye. So it's looking pretty good over there for Meredith to make it impactful. Okay, now we get into the 3 seed Bob, who's 7-4. If you look, week 12, he's got Travis, 13, JB, week 14, Kara. What a way to end this season. So Bob does have a 98% chance to make the playoffs. Not bad at all. Bob, welcome to the playoffs. Bob does have one of the last few chances of a first round bye, so that is important. to be able to say, hey, Playoff Mania is going to be good for you. The only thing I want to say, Bob, a 0.30% chance for the dumper. So, Bob, you're not out of the woods yet. You need a win right here. All right, now we get to the 4th seed, Kyle, who is 6-5. Kyle is statistically the last person that can get a first-round bye. So if we play it right, it's JB, Meredith, Bob, and Kyle going for 2 first-round byes. As we see here, week 12, he's got Sam B at 5-6. Week 13, Travis 5-6. A really good setup here. Gets troublesome here, so he needs to make some up that right there. JB at 9-2 here. Kyle has a 70% chance basically of making the playoffs. 0.368 of a first round bye, right? So of all the people, very low odds. But he still does have a 5.76% chance of the dumper. So he's got to get these wins because you want to get at least a first round bye in the dumper bowl. So now we get into the factors where no one can get a first round bye from here on. So we will not talk about it. All we're going to talk about is their playoff chances and their chances to play for the Dumper Bowl, okay? So take note of that. Up next right here, right away, the first one is the 5th seed, Travis at 5-6. He's got a kind of a mediocre lineup here in 12. He's got Bob, Kyle, and Eric. So kind of got to pick apart these two right here. But, hey, right now, his chances, 69.91 to get into the playoffs. Love it. 69. To get into the Dumper Bowl, only a 7.35% chance. So not bad. So even if he doesn't make the playoffs, chances are he's going to get that first round bye in the consolation bracket. All right, what a weird feeling this is. We get to see Adam in the 6th seed at 5-6. Adam inching closer to the playoffs. So we take a look. 12, he's got Kara. He's got to beat his wife to get in there. You know, it's the fantasy first, right? Week 13, Sam J at 5-6, and week 14, Katie at 4-7. A very, very manageable playoff schedule. Adam, again, 69% chance of getting into the playoffs. Adam, congratulations. Think about this. Last year, you were the dumper. This year, you only have a 7.48% chance of getting in. Yes, less than 8% of going for the repeat dumper. Congratulations. Now we start getting into the players that have less chance to get in, but this is now just more about managing not to play in the Dumper Bowl. Start off with the 7th seed, Sam J, 5-6. One of these 5-6 players, mind you, still in the hunt. As we look here, week 12, got Katie. Week 13, Adam. Week 14, Meredith. Meaning, if you don't want to have to play this, you have to win these, Sam J, to stand a chance. So currently right now, Sam has a 35.25% chance of making the playoffs as it stands. But we start seeing this number exponentially get larger. You have just as good of a chance, 26.95%, to play for the dumper. So it's equal that you play for the playoffs as you play for the dumper. It's all up to you. All right, we get into the last first round bye in the consolation bracket. We got Eric here at 5-6, just about where he normally is at this time of year. So we look at the schedule. Week 12, he's got Dana at 5-6. Week 13, Sam B at 4-7. Week 14, Travis at 5-6. A very manageable schedule. It favors Eric. But when fantasy favors Eric, the gods not. The biggest one here, he's going to have to eliminate his best friend. Can you live with that? Eric probably will live with that. Now we're going to see something weird. Eric has only a 24.69% chance of making the playoffs. Ready for this, Eric? Stay tuned. You have a 46.14% chance of playing for the dumper. Remember, you always pride yourself on not playing for the dumper. You're getting closer and closer with each loss to getting there. That's up to you. At one point in this time, Dana was 4-0. In last seven games, she's 1-6, so she's now in 9th place at 5-6. She's got a very favorable schedule here. If you look, 12, 13, 14, Eric, Katie, Sam B, 5, 6, 4, 7, 5, 6. Can't get much easier unless you have Kara on your schedule. But if she can finish all these, she does have a slim chance, a 17.12% chance of getting into the playoffs. so she still has a slim hope. But man, she has a 56.56% chance of playing for the dumper. So it's getting really, really close. 1 or 2 losses, and it guarantees you this is where you're going to be playing. All right, here we go to the 10 seed. Katie at 4-7, finally out of the 5-6 range. Week 12, week 13, week 14. Sam J, Dana, Adam, 5-6, 5-6, 5-6. Very manageable, right? You have a favorable lineup to get through it. But here's the problem now, Katie, that we see with you. Not only do you have to win all 3, but you need help from others outside this realm. So you don't control your destiny like everybody else before you. So this is why you're going to see that you only have an 8.43% chance of making the playoffs. Not very good. It's still there, but you need a lot of help. Unfortunately, you're going to see 70.42% of playing for the dumper. Eric always prides himself on saying the Stanczyks never play for the dumper. Well, we're getting really close to that. The Dumper Bowl might be in the Stanczyk household. All right, now we're looking at this 11th seed, Sam B, who's also 4-7. Again, like Katie, you have a favorable schedule. Kyle at 6-5, Eric and Dana at 5-6. It's not only a possibility you go 3-0 to go 7-7, but unfortunately, you're going to need help from outside to actually make a dent in this. So you have a 6.11% chance of making the playoffs. You do, though, have a 79.29% of playing for the dumper. Now, it's not the end of the world. Remember the last time you won the dumper? What happened the next year? You won the championship. So maybe it's not the worst thing that you get the dumper, knowing the past. Last but not least, we get to Kara, who's at 2-9. There's just no chance, right? We're just going to be honest about it. 0% chance of making the playoffs at this point. You are in the consolation bracket, regardless of how else this goes. But you've got to face a murderer row. You got to place Adam at 5-6. You beat him, you're knocking him out of the playoffs probably. You got Meredith at 9-2, who's going for a first round bye in one of the best years ever. And then you got Bob at 7-4, who's also going for a first round bye. So it's not that easy. Now, statistically, I won't lie, there is a lot of stuff that could go on. We could plug and play these numbers all day, and I could give you the exact number how to not play for the Dumper Bowl. But it is a long process. According to the numbers, get used to it. You're going to have to play for the Dumper Bowl at one point in time here. You have 100%. So now you just have to figure out how to win that 1 week to avoid it. Or else, the possibility of back-to-back dumpers in the Ferger household is quickly becoming a reality. Thanks, JD, for having me. I appreciate it. I will be back next week to break down more playoffs. We're getting close. I enjoy it. Thank you, Steve. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of you coming forward in the next upcoming weeks. Now, all you guys have to do is go out there and do exactly like Steve says. If he give you some tips and advice, you'll get there. It's simple as that. I mean, that's all I do. All I do, right? Just win. I don't know how hard it is. I don't. I wish I could, but I don't. So I mean, just do it, right? What are you waiting for? Do it! So anyways, can't win if we don't start here, right? Back to the beginning of the lineup again. So here we are, week 12. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Hope you found it educational and informational. And until then, Meredith, I will see you on the Fantasy Gridiron.